Well, since COVID, Chicago public schools raked almost $3 billion in federal funding. 3 years ago, the teachers union refused to go back to work, even though they got $100 million to reopen the schools. And at the time, I predicted that the money would be pocketed. Watch. Not surprisingly, the numbers don't add up. There's millions of dollars missing. I honestly think they're stealing. And I don't know how many times I have to say this. I should have said it more, because you guessed it, $23 million just went missing. 77,000 laptops, iPads, and printers have disappeared. They found a couple, but where'd the rest go? Well, the city spent $2.5 million on tracking software, but it can't track them down. Also, one assistant principal was arrested for stealing $250,000, and a school clerk was arrested for embezzling $150,000. The test scores went down, and the money went poof. What's the president of the Chicago's Teachers Union going to say? Well, it's been reported that Stacey Davis Gates refuses to conduct an audit, and she won't even send her kid to public school. Her son's at private. The Illinois Policy Institute's Austin Berg joins us now. I have a feeling we're going to find a lot more missing money and laptops, aren't we?
Well, you wouldn't be surprised after we saw what the reaction from the Chicago School Board was today, which was a deafening silence. And your viewers might be wondering why that is. Well, who appoints the school board in Chicago? That is the mayor, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Who does Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson report to? Well, that would be the president of the Chicago Teachers Union, who you mentioned, his former employer and indeed his largest financial backer for his campaign. And the interesting thing about the Chicago Teachers Union is that they do not really care about advancing the interests of parents, of students, of taxpayers. They care, or really even teachers, they care about advancing their own political power. So it is not surprising when those people are put in a governance position that things like this happen.
So $23 million went missing, and they don't want to do any more audits. They haven't done any for 4 years?
The Chicago Teachers Union, by its own bylaws, says that it must produce an audit for its members every year. And this is why I say that this union does not represent the interest of teachers, because teachers have submitted more than a dozen formal requests to see the books of the Chicago Teachers Union, and they have been failed again and again. They have not produced an audit in 4 years. The Chicago Teachers Union is an organization that takes $35 million a year from teachers. Just 17 cents of every dollar, according to Illinois Policy Institute research, actually goes to representing teachers.
Oh, so the rest of it either gets embezzled or gets plowed back into the pockets of politicians. That's the game, right?
Administration, leadership priorities, and yes, politics, millions and millions of dollars in politics. And we exposed all of this in our documentary Local One, which you can actually find at chicagoteachersunion.com, because they did not actually purchase their own name as a URL with that $35 million.
All right, savvy move. Go check out the doc. Thanks so much.
Thank you.